Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and this is the campaign map for From the Depths. Just a quick note, it's moved on a little bit from where it was. I did have another video sort of ready, but it really wasn't a very good quality, and because we were fighting near this cauldron area, a lot of the battle was rain. It's also a battle that escalated very quickly from being one square in the cauldron to encompassing all seven squares, because the units were chasing down enemy aerial units, and it kept on bringing in more and more squares. You can tell as soon as I go in this area here, rain starts, so I need to stay up in these areas. Maybe that'll make the rain go away. Yeah, we ended up, it also took a very long time. It was about 4 hours, somewhere in that region, I think. And it's just one very long battle, difficult to track. So the quality of the video, I had interface issues as well, you know, the scrolling around and moving between various items. So I basically not going to put that video up. It's not good quality. I don't think anyone will enjoy it. So it's not worth trying to put that one up. Now what I did have, I'll try and find some of them, is I did spawn in a fleet or a squadron of some of the carrier based planes. Here they are. Some of them are missing. You can see the other problem is all the planes separated from their fleets. We had 3, we've now got all these separate little fleets. So we brought in some of the carrier planes. Now of the planes, some of them performed well. The swordfish performed quite well. They had some, they were quite good. The vulture was not bad, but it was a bit susceptible to damage. The darts performed well. The sea harriers were a little underpowered. They were okay, and they did work, but they just didn't have much damage output compared to what I would like to see. So they need a little bit of work. The other good ship that did very well in this environment was the Condor. It just was going around with its guns and dropping missiles everywhere and basically obliterating ships left, right and centre. So I was very happy with the Condor's performance in this particular environment. Did very well in my opinion. And the good old flying rays. So the main ones that I enjoyed or think were good was the Condor, the swordfish and the flying rays were definitely the stars of this very large elongated battle. Now what I'm going to do now quickly offline, so I will stop the video for this, is I've got a fair bit of healing to do here, and I need to get the fleets back together in some sort of order. Now we have got a small force coming in here, which we will just let them get blockaded against this ray, and I might put another single ship in somewhere just to blockade any forces whilst we're bringing in. And I might just split up the Condors and maybe bring in some more, because I was very impressed with them. So I might make a little Condor fleet with some of the more impressive ships, and then we'll start looking at moving in finally on this resource zone. I have not brought in a carrier at this time, and I will explain my reasoning later on once I've done this healing. So for the moment I'll go offline on this and get some of this healing done, so I will see you in a little while. And welcome back. I've repaired most of the ships and boosted a few of them up, so we're all fairly much ready to go into this 117. I've also built the resource points, and they're making their way to the various areas to get ready to start sucking up all of those nice resources for us and get more metal. Now my plan initially is to try and get one of my aerial forces to blockade whatever the force is that will come out of here, so that we can just hold them in place effectively, and then we'll see what we've got and then decide which other fleets and what order we'll spawn in. So what we're going to do is, this is a pretty fast fleet, is the avian claws, so we're going to put them out over here and try and get them to get there at maximum altitude as quick as possible, and then we're going to see what the enemy brings in. So okay, there's their force and it's blockaded. Excellent. Right, so what have they got? So let's have a look at that first, and then we can decide what's going to be bringing in. So we've got a Templar, fast ship. We have a Slasher, not fast but big, I believe. Rotarius, that's a big ship. Harasser, fast. Rotarius, 2 Rotariuses. So we've got quite a stinger. Anything else there? And a Templar. So we've got some fast ships and some big ships. So it's going to be quite a mixture actually here. Now what we're going to do, we'll bring in our Harriers, our Sea Fleet. They're going to come in from behind, so to speak. There'll be a sneaky so-and-sos, and we're going to get them in here, and we'll make sure that they get in at a nice, good, reasonable altitude, so they're coming that way. Then we'll get our Condor Fleet, will come in and hopefully bomb the shit out of some of their big ships. We're going to leave them until the big ships are in, so we're just going to simply bring them in to there. So we'll get those guys on the way, and then our Aquanaut Fleet we're going to actually bring in sort of manually. What's the best way to explain it? I want to have the vehicles actually sailing, get a chance to go under the water before. Let's bring the Condor Fleet just there instead. Might be thing, so we need to make sure we've got plenty of altitude. So they'll actually get a chance to get under the water before they start combat. Now I'm going to go onto the Atlantis, the Leviathan, if I can make it work. Okay, and yeah, we've got a mixture of potential ships here. Now we've got a lot of points here, which is the idea. I want to have a certain points advantage. Also, I don't know what's going to come in. They've got some very large ships as well. So potentially we've got to have to deal with the small ships first, and then once they're dealt with, we'll have to deal with the big Rotarius and the other ships. But we're going to have to deal with things like that Templar first. Now the Templar's a fast ship, so we're going to need some flyers against that, I think, ideally. So they're all in, ready and in combat. So let's just bring up the Avian Fleet. Now when they're a little bit away, I'm going to go to the Leviathan and spawn it in, so it'll actually cruise into battle. Hopefully we're not going to nighttime here, which would be a big disappointment. Okay, yes we are. So okay, hopefully it'll be daytime before we get there. Unfortunately, the Aquanautica fleet is not a fast fleet, but the Avians are blockading them, which is fine. And we'll see how we go. Now there's a potential here for all these other zones to get involved. So actually, what I'm going to do, stop that there. I'm going to bring the Turtle fleet up, ready to come in here if needed. So if we need to, we'll bring it into action, just so we get points count. I know I just want it for the block count if this 222 gets involved, or for blockading, not necessarily for actual combat in this little inlet, unless I can get it out of that area in totality. Now there's a chance here that we will end up bringing in, coming over here, the ships, especially like the Templar, etc., will bring in this force of 222. If that happens, I will move up the Turtle fleet into this area to act as an additional force, and see if we can get them through this inlet before we bring them in, and then we'll hopefully have overwhelming force. Right, so we're close now to it. We'll go a little further. I want to get so we're almost in combat range. Also, it's coming up for daylight again, which is good. Right, let's go down and get into the Atlantis. So here we are. Here's our forces. They are heading over there. Right, Aquanautica fleet, Leviathan have come in. And I'm also going to bring in, because we've got some fast ones at the beginning, I'm going to bring in a, once he's got underway, see he starts, I wish I could start, you can start things above the water, you can't start things below the water. I might find a way of doing that. I have some ideas. Right. We will bring in a seagull, a scout, and the walrus, which has used up a lot of our points. So at this point, we're going to hold until we have start of the battle, and then we'll see what points count we've used. Now we've used, by the looks of it, about 12,000 points. We've got a few points left for some small ships to counter things they come in with, which is where the small 500 block, say the Sea Harriers, etc., the Sea Dart, etc., will be useful. So now we're just I'm just waiting for it to get depth. It's got depth now. It's down to 32 meters, which is excellent. Means that we're starting under the water. So, is this... No, this is just a tactical advantage. Good tactical play, I think, in my view. Right, I'm going to start the battle now by bringing in... I'm hoping... No, I've got to let the Leviathan, this fleet, do it. There we go. Okay, what are they bringing in first? So, let's go and have a look what they have brought in. Oh, looks like a harasser. And possibly one of their flying ships. Right, we've got a good points advantage. What I'm going to do is bring in a Sea Dart to go against some of these fast ships, and also I'm going to try the Sea Harriers. Now you should see them over there. They will take off. So there's those ones. So we've got a significant missile fire coming in, which is excellent. Now luckily they haven't got, they can do a fair bit of damage. Let's see if we're doing here. I think that should be doing some damage here. Oh yes. Oh, look at that EMP hit. I like these EMPs. Not all my missiles, but I have put EMPs in one in 3, I think, on the on the Leviathan, which is good, just to add a little bit of change, so it blows things up inside and gets a chance. So that's taken that out. Excellent. You can see the Leviathan under there. See, I like that. Don't like the rain. Okay, and we've got 2 damaged over there, which is also good. Let's see how the points are going. Right, we've got a bit of spare point headroom, which we can use for other ships, so we'll hold on bringing anything else in at the moment until something like the Materius gets brought in. Let's see how our Sea Harriers are doing, because as I say, they weren't great. The Sea Darts are an air-to-air ship, so they're more for this Stinger if it comes in. They are a fast attack ship against aircraft, and I think they did take out that Stinger that was there. This is the Harrier. So let's have a look at it in combat. I like the guns. I like the fact that the guns fire. We got flares out the back, which do tend to work against the missiles coming in. Not always. Let's see if they decoy this missile. We've got some coming out there. Is that missile getting decoyed? No, that one's... I don't know. That one possibly wasn't getting decoyed fully. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's a matter of I need to get some of the flares closer together. That's the heat view. If you press 6, if you unlock it, and then you can see the heat values for all of the flares. So if I do that one more time, you can see some of the flares got a value of 3,000, come up to 4,000. I can't see what's on the vehicle, but it's possible some of the vehicle temperatures are higher. And that's when it targets them. When the missile's fired, it goes basically for the hottest target it can see. That's the idea of the flares, obviously. Like in, I suppose, the real world, you know, it goes for the hottest point it can see. And that's why you have to just make the flares. All my flares have got 2 points in them, 2 sticky flares, which should make them very hot fairly straight away. Has it nullified infrared? I wouldn't say so. It is still possible to avoid it. Oh, and there we go. That's the Rotarius. So potentially this Rotarius isn't the big powerful. Is that the Rotarius? Let's have a quick check. Let's put the interface back on. Before it goes. That is the Rotarius. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different vessel then that's a big vessel. But this one over here looks like it's a very big vessel. Maybe I'm getting confused. One's a Rotarius and one's the something else, Retaliator or some other big R letter, something else. We'll see when it spawns in. And then we might bring the Condor in if we've got enough points against it. Interface.off. So just wait for that one to now get blasted a little bit. Sea Harrier is that's a bad bit about them. I might have to have a look. They seem to be going off the edge after their initial attack, and then they separate out and become separate units. I'm not sure on that. I'll have to check. Okay, this is the Templar. Now this is an awkward little bugger because he's very fast. Very fast indeed. So let's see what we can bring in to combat him. Now I know this. I think it's the Sea Gannet or is good against this. Let's see what else we could bring in. Sea. Yeah. Okay. We've got the 2 Sea Darts. Sea Harrier. We'll bring in another Sea Harrier. See if he can do something against it. And we'll bring in this Sea Skewer. I think the Sea Gannet is the other one, which is quite good, but we've used all our points up now. We'll see if the standard ships can do some damage. If it goes straight for Leviathan, you can see there's a interface.off. You can see missiles going into him, which is good. He went straight for Leviathan, which means the Leviathan and the sub-wars can just shoot to their heart's content. Oh, some EMP going down his cannon there. That was an EMP missile strike, obviously going down the cannon barrel, but not doing anything. Not a lot of the cannon items are susceptible. Another EMP strike. Don't think it's causing any damage though. We have reduced the size of his gun. And now he is stable. So what we need now is a set of missiles to come in and blow the shit out of him. That would be handy. Why are my missiles going for my own craft over there? That's definitely not good. Okay, Templar is down. Okay, I want to bring in, I like the Condor. So we don't know if the Condor's the only, if the big ship, the enemy big ship is the only one left. What I'm going to do is take out Seagull Hunter and the Scout. We'll take them out, get some points back, and see if I can bring in a Condor. I will take out the Sea Harriers. And the Sea Darts for the moment. They're most probably not going to be required. And where's the Condor? Let's bring in this Condor. Takes a little while to spawn. There we go. And a couple of Falcon, which is his guard. So we're ready now for when this nice large ship here comes in. There we are. And this is, oh, this is one, is it perforator? So it's one of his new ships from the group. Very powerful. As you can see, very large missiles. Very large missiles, very large cannons. So yes, it's a significant vehicle, but you know, very nice. We have, yes, the sea gannet or the sea skewer having a go at this, I guess. Now I'm hoping that the Condor over there, when it comes in, will basically give this some pain, for want of a better word. Oh yes, so we all got some missiles coming in there significantly from somewhere. May have been from that sea gannet, the early launch from his sideways missiles. So they're having a go. Now this has gone under the water, which could be problematic if it stays down there. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but I've had a few of these particular ships give me great problems if they do this. Because if they turn upside down, they go to the bottom of the water, which makes them, let's just say, difficult to hit. They become a sub, basically, which is fine. Don't mind that. I'll have to change the vehicles that I'm using against it. So that's all it means. For me, luckily, I've got enough different types of ships. I'm not relying on that. So is this intended to be a sub, or is it because it's got some damage and it's lost buoyancy? That's the bit I don't know. But it looks like it's one big unit rather than, and it might have buoyancy, relies on buoyancy tanks. So when you take even one hit in the hull, it sinks. Don't know. That's the thing. Okay, it's gone under the water. So to combat this, I have to use some subs. So I've got to take out some of the, and I've got to bring in the Seal Hunter and the Scouts. They both have underwater missiles. So what can I take out? Let's take out some of the aircraft. With that I can. Don't need you. Oops. Didn't want to bring you in. I've brought you back in again. Okay. Is there anything I can take out at the moment? The Condor and the Sea Falcon is possibly not useful. Walrus Boomer, let's take you out for the moment because you're. Let's see if we can relieve the Leviathan. The Leviathan has got underwater missiles, but it has to be pointed roughly at the target. You can see most of these missiles now are. He's turning over, which is not beneficial. Yeah, he's going to do a turnover, and we're going to have to find some missiles. So this might go on a little bit longer, because as you can see, all those missiles there, just, yeah, they're not going to do. So, okay, well you can say, oh, well you should have ballast tanks, but ballast tanks are still going to get it down 10 metres. It's not going to do. Now I'm going to take the Condor out, if I can, because that's certainly of no value, and we'll bring in Seal Hunter because he has underwater missiles. So that's one in. Get rid of the Condor. Now I've got 23 seconds before I can take him out, which is fine. All those big missiles won't go under the sea at all. They'll have no effect whatsoever. The Swordfish torpedoes are not, I found, are not effective for truly underwater. They don't have enough fins and torpedoes to actually aim under the water. So I might make another ship, add another little 500 block ship or so, which is designed for this type of situation. So I can quickly bring it in and it will just drop one or two missiles which are specifically aimed at this type of underwater target. It'll, it'll basically drop depth charges and or underwater torps, whatever you want to class them as, but purely attacks items under the water. And that's its task as such. Oh, it's coming out of the water now. It's breaching, which is advantageous. It means some of these large missiles might actually strike it. That's good. You can see there's a lot of flare activity on it. That's the Condor lasers missiles drops a lot of flares on it. Oh yes, nice big boom, because we like the big boom. Take an opportunity for screenshots. If you stick your head out, it will get chopped off. AI dead. Okay. Excellent news, guys. That's excellent news. Well done. Luckily, he popped out, which helped immensely. Still missiles coming in, obviously, while it's still got a few seconds left for it to get truly removed. We might get some large ones. Oh, it's going for a fly. Sticky, you can see the sticky flares on it are working quite well from some of the hits. That does help to find the target as such. One bit I haven't worked out is with the sticky flares, and whether this is true or not, I'll have to do some testing, is do you have to not have your missiles have a identify friend and foe if you want them to target your sticky flares? All those big Condor missiles, you saw them go in there and do a significant wodge of damage in the centre there. That's why I like the ludicrously long missiles. When they work, they're great fun. Right, let's that's just about over. Let's just sort out anything that's damaged that I might need to in or out. Okay, let's take out not needed. It's moving around, not needed. I really wish when I zoom in here it would stop moving this thing. I've noticed it's when it gets in the gap in between sort of thing, because it then in between there it now sees it as behind. It's really weird. But interface issues. That's the whole thing of From the Depths. How many interface issues can you find in one game? Yes, I suppose I should put something in about fixing it, but yeah. There's a limit as to how much I can do on all these errors. Right, okay, so let's have a look. We have that area. We're just getting everything back into play. We seem to have brought in this unit here. This is 377. Let's see if it's anything important. Rotarius, Veles. Now I haven't seen a Veles before, so we might go after this just to see what that Veles is. We might send some of our. We've got to pull some of these back together again, because some of our fleet may have got. We're going to take the Sea Harriers. Nope, but one of them got a bit separated, and we'll take these as well. We're going to just do a little bit of an aerial. What's this here? The Condor. Okay, we'll bring the Condor up here as well. So we've got a few people went a little bit separate. So let's send in the birds, so to speak. We're going to send in our carrier fleet and see what they can do against this target. We'll have if it is a big ship, we'll have the. Have we only got one Condor there, or is it a matter of? And then it will disappear. Yeah, because that's what it does when you go down here. You can see it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Enough with the moaning. Let's. If I use the rotate, it's then it goes like that. Okay. Okay. Right. So we bring that out. The Condor fleet can now. So we just go up and take out this troop up here before we do this 222. So we'll possibly do the 222 next episode at this rate. So we'll do here. We've got these in here. These can go in as well, and we won't worry about our Aquanautica fleet. We'll take him out as well. It's almost repaired. See, this one sort of works with the scroll wheel. So he's obviously missed something on the settings for that. I will actually bug it. Let's see, and you can get ready to go into this 222 over here. We're close to attacking this, and we are now blockading. Yes, he is blockaded. Excellent. Let's make sure everyone is out of play. That's going to be, oh, you need to come out of play. Right, condors over here, then over here, I don't know, there, and shift and go over here. There we go. So you're going to go in over this way, and you're Sea Harrier on your own, so you're going to go with your chummies here, and you're Sea Harrier on your own. So the Sea Harriers seem to have this habit of going a little bit far out. I might have to have a look at their AI. Maybe they're not turning quite as quickly. I did want them as a quick turning, so for some reason they're not coming back into the fight very quickly. I'll have to have a look at them and maybe retrofit them. They seem to be, when they're in a fight, they seem to turn alright, but then they seem to just go on this weird long ramble sort of, I'm going for a wander. Oh, I wonder what's up here. Right, let's get this resource fort. No, you're not going to want to go there. Let's go there first, and then you're going to head up here so you're ready to go into this point one after the next episode. That's fine. Okay, are we ready? We are just about ready. So I have no idea. Let's see, have we got some flying ships? We've got one arrow, so I'm going to have to bring in something against the arrow. So we're going to try just bring in the whole of the sea fleet. Okay, well, which one shall we get on? Which ship shall we be controlling? We'll get onto one of these Sea Harriers. Just warp to that force. It may not be the best force. No, actually, I'm going to get on one of the. I like the swordfish, so I'm going to get on one of the swordfishes. There we go. Okay, where's our enemy? Interface on. Enemy, enemy. There's the enemy. There's the enemy. Right, so we'll go here, and we're just going to bring these all in one go and just let them sort themselves out. Now normally obviously I bring it all separate, but let's just see what happens if we do carrier wing and the two Sea Harriers. Sea Harrier, Sea Harrier. So let's see everything take off. Sea Harriers do their VTOL stuff. Oh, one of them's obviously a bit damaged. They go for their attack. So we've got this arrow first, which hopefully our sea darts and just sheer volume of missiles will hopefully do something about. Interface dot off. Flares are going out, because we do have flares on this, and we have, we've taken out some shots in his engine, but he's got a serious sheaf of missiles firing out there. His AI is dead already. Excellent. Excellent, and let's just make sure these computers are on. Earlier I had a problem where some of them weren't on combat. Yep, there we go, there was one not on combat. Okay, oi, lots of missiles around here. So, okay, we've got something else spawned in. What is it? Might be the Rotarius, which was a smallish ship. I want to see what this Eves is, because that's not something I recognise as one oops, no. Right, point at the target. That should be the Rotarius, I think. No, not long enough. Hold, 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 hold and hold, and then release. And info! That's the Rotarius, yes. 1100 blocks. So, new plan for the carrier, while we're waiting for this one to come in, is a double plan. One is remodel the ships to make them smaller and cheaper. Maybe have a set a limit at 250 instead of 500 is one option. But I was getting some problems with the spawner. So my other option, or other idea, is to create like a mothership. Oh, 2 damage, that's good, that's handy. Which has lots of docking stations for all the ships which we've put into that particular fleet on that carrier, and then when they spawn in, they will basically spawn in docked to the mothership, and the mothership will have lots of defences, you know, cannons on the side and some missiles and stuff like that. And maybe some adaptive stuff, but not actually spawning in whole ships. Maybe just spawning in missile systems and guns and things like that. Not complete vessels. So that's my latest idea. But we'll talk about that more in the build design, which way I want to go. But the carrier fleet at the moment, okay, we've done quite well. This is the carrier fleet has acquitted itself quite nicely so far. I think we still have this. Eves or elves or whatever it is. So we're just waiting for it to come in, and then we'll go and have a look at it once it does finally decide to spawn. I'm going to leave the interface on so I can see. So we can see at the top we've done 7.2k of EMP damage, 797k of explosive. Oh yes, we like that explosive. So I don't know what time frame those things are. Doesn't tell you that. I suppose it's amount of penetrations and non-penetrating shots, etc. But half of them I really don't know. Okay, this. Let's have a look at this. Oh, this looks interesting. Another looks like it's going to be a fast. 4,000 points. Vélez. Fast. It's up to 35, 36 kilometers an hour, meters a second. Yeah, that looks quite fast. So this was originally a White Flay. Yeah. Okay. That looks quite quick. Actually, I've got to say, it's got quite a few. Got offset cannons, or is one of them got blown off? One of them might got blown off already off the side. Right, it's quite a big ship, but our little fleet is doing well, and they have got some hits in the side. Excellent guys, well done. Our carrier wing has done quite well so far. Let's just see where these all our ships are. All our ships have separated out a little bit. Let's just have a look on damage. It's the wrong one. No, don't do this. It's going. Okay, I'll have to go underwater so I can see here. Yeah, nothing extensively bad. Right, I'll go with that. Then I've got to go up again. Thank you. Excellent. So we're doing a bit of damage. That's a nasty AA gun, and a paddle gun, or what's the other one? Glaive? No, Halberd. Halberd has that, except the Halberd has AS, but we took his engine out early, which has meant we can blast the crap out of it. But yeah, another nice little design, lots of rams, standard for the White Flayers. Ooh, some EMP there. We seem to have taken that. Okay, so now we're just waiting to take out the blocks, or is he actually disintegrating? He might well be. As the morning sun comes up, the white, it's the White Flayers? Yes, the White Flayers ships evaporate, and the battle is won. Excellent. Okay, some of our ships have gone. Where the hell are you going? Yeah, I will have to look at some of my ships on this carrier group. Let's take you out before you go anywhere you're not supposed to go. Oh, no, let's go there. That's it. Right, let's just bring you all out of play, and I'll sort out who needs repairing later. One of our swordfishes got a little bit of damage, but nothing wrong. So the Sea Harriers need a little bit of looking at as to why they're going all over the place. Interface back off. No, let's go here. Sorry about this. Just go here. Let's just go to the map, actually. Forget about that for the moment. Okay, so Another little point we've taken off. What we can do is bring back the ships that weren't involved there, ready for the big battle against this 222, and that will be next episode. And what we'll do is we'll bring in our Aquanautica fleet, and we'll bring in a aerial fleet first to blockade whatever comes in. So that will be our first point here. We will then bring in the turtle fleet through the gap so that they're through and then can join in and get the extra block count in, and the Aquanautica fleet will possibly bring it in and do the same as we did over here, so let it cruise into combat with them. What I might do next episode could be a build. I want to have a look at the docking system possibly for these carrier ships, and basically the airborne ships in general have some small docking ships which deal with healing them as well as just holding them in place, to be like a mother ship, for want of a better word, and then just releases them as they are needed in combat. So hopefully that makes sense, and that will be the situation we're going to go for. Okay, so until next time, hopefully you enjoyed this. Leave some comments down below about anything that looks good. So as I say, that was not too bad. It was mainly in the air, so it should make a reasonable video. So until next time, have fun.